What's up, Internet? We are here once again in the town, getting real excited about tomorrow because, of course, tomorrow should be, at least according to what I've been able to research, the next time we get to work on our collection and the museum and everything, which is always fun and exciting. But, we gotta get through today before we get through tomorrow. So let's start doing that thing. And we start doing that thing by selling a whole mess of beetles. Because of course we do. Because they're just worth so much profit. In fact, they're worth 30,000 bells right there. That's not a bad way to start the day. Plus we have lots of presents, as well as the ones that are presently in our mailbox that we have to get rid of. I'm just going to empty all of our pockets so we can at least figure out what the hell we have on us. That seems like a sensible thing to do. Alright. So we've at least got 3 more presents, I believe, in our mail slot. So it's dinosaur egg, and a T-Rex torso. So we got 1 proper fossil. But the beetles were worth a fair amount of money, so that's at least a plus. That's almost a full bank deposit just based on beetles right there. And our fossils, that is not a bad way to start the day. Plus we've got ourselves a purple tie-dye we can sell, as well as a flicker shirt we can sell. We should probably get at least a thing of paper though, because we have a few fossils we're going to need to get rid of. Throw that away. Read this, throw this away. Read this, throw that away. Let's get ourselves some more bells. What did we get this time? Got an actual fossil, that's good. As well as a freaking paperweight. Okay, we need 2 sets of paper to get rid of all these fossils, so we need to buy 2 stacks of paper. I can do that. So let's get going. Back to Nooks once again. Oh, and it's the Nighty Night Nook theme. Just getting ready for bed. I think I'm going to get rid of that flooring, even though I don't really want to. I don't see much of a reason to hold on to it right now. And before we, just buy our paper and flowers, we should see if he's got anything up here that's particularly interesting. Yeah, that blue shirt's kind of nice, but I think we already bought it. I don't see anything particularly necessary in his inventory right now. That said, we are also trying to stock up on tickets for the end of the month raffle, which will be happening in about 2 weeks. So we gotta keep that in mind. I'll take some tulips, because our garden, of course, needs as many flowers as we can get for it. And of course, we have to remember to get that paper. So I'll buy some fantasy paper. And I shall buy some petal paper. Sometimes referred to as floral sheeting. It's used for parade floats. I know that because of Bob's Burgers. And I'm not sure if she'd be awake at this hour, but we can see if that new villager we got yesterday is up. Or at the very least, see what her house is like. Or at least try to. Although there's a good chance she's already in bed. Yeah, alas. Anyone new? Does not look at... no, Valise has been here for a couple of days. Yeah, no one new today. Still, I mean, to get 2 new villagers in the past couple days is not too bad. Throw that away. this away. Throw this away. We are going to be so stocked up on fossils. Phyllis won't know what hit her. And we can throw that away. Let's start writing letters. That's kind of pretty. I think I like the fantasy paper better, but, you know, it's nice to get different papers and work on your collection. I think we have most of the papers at this point, though. Alright, now we gotta go pick up some fossils. This mess is kind of just unsightly. And seeing as we're trying to make the town as perfect as possible, we gotta clean that up. Alright, let's transfer as many of these as we can. Just to make their inventory a little bit better off. I'll have to take this to Phyllis before we go on. But then after that, I think we'll go to the next town over. Just because it'll be a little earlier. Plus, we get to buy more flowers, which will be good for our garden. Because if it needs one thing, it needs more flowers. I mean, we've only done about a third of the town so far. Get rid of this. Plant one here. And we can plant one here. Alright. Sprockets. Is anything going on with you tonight? We should probably check and see if the town is still perfect as well. Maybe see if Gulliver's around too. Nothing for Sprocket, that's okay. There's a weed we need to get rid of to maintain perfection in the town. Oh no, this is a bad idea. I guess we'll go see Katrina and probably regret it instantly as she tells us we're gonna fall on our face a whole bunch. It's only 50 bells. How bad could it possibly be for that price? Very is the only answer to that. Out in the rain, a fashionable marshmallow will be stretching. Oh dear lord, we're gonna fall on our face a whole bunch. Oh, an evil omen. We're gonna fall on our face a whole bunch. Even her positive messages, I don't think are actually all that positive, because there's, like, no guarantees of any sort of success, but there's always guaranteed failure. It's really bizarre. Everything's still perfect, that's good to hear. Yeah, there's a drone beetle. But we gotta still check for Gulliver. There's something we can dig up. It's probably a fossil. Not like we need any more of those, though. Wouldn't mind getting some more gyroids. Still got a few we're missing. Alright, nothing there. I'm not sure Gulliver can spawn with other special villagers, but I'm not sure. I think he's like KK Slider, where you can get two at once, but it's not super likely. But we'll know in a minute when we run past the beach and not see him. Alright. I guess the post office will be the next logical step as we fall on our face. Stupid Katrina with her stupid face falling. What is a nice little detail is you face plant when it's snowing, you'll actually leave a face mark in the snow. I will give them credit for that. That's actually kind of cute, but I hate that this is a thing in this game. And there's really no benefit to actually seeing Katrina because even her, like I said, even her positive premonitions don't really result in positive outcomes. Just ones that stuff might happen maybe, but it's never guaranteed. I need to mail a whole bunch of letters. Because I'm behind on mailing fossils. So I get rid of that one. And we'll get rid of this one. And we should also get rid of this one. And we need to get rid of this one. And we don't need to get rid of any more because that's how many she'll take in one sitting, but since we're going to the next town over, we could probably run into Pelly and have her do the rest. I think will be the plan. As we get to see a little bit of Pete. We almost have enough for another bank deposit. That's kind of nice. That was just from like not even 2 minutes of work. That was just selling all the beetles we caught yesterday. They're just worth so much. It'd be silly not to catch them. I'm not sure if you can trip while walking, but I think if you trip while in the flowers, you'll actually wreck them. And of course, you don't want to do that. So we gotta be careful about that. So tomorrow should be the first day of jellyfish season. Of all 2 weeks of it, that's pretty exciting. Also, we get to outrun this stupid mosquito who will not get to bite us today. Which is nice, because we get bit by so many of them. And it's just frustrating. Goodbye, Mr. Mosquito. I really want to play that game at some point. I think it got a sequel too, but it was only in Japan. That was one of those weird games that was put out by that one specific label. Not Mastiff, that was another one, but Fresh Games, I think, were the people who put that out. I think they also put out Legaia 2. And all their games seem to be kind of low print. I don't think they really made anything, I don't think they made anything period, but I don't think they published anything after the PS2. Or even after the early PS2. I don't know what to draw for her face this time. I know. In honor of the mosquito that we didn't get bit by. Draw a little mosquito that can eat her. Because why not? And that'll be like this little thing, and we'll make a little bump. There's the blood. And boom, she has a mosquito bite. On her face, because we ran away from the mosquito, like a coward. It's actually really hard to draw something small with these tools. At least with any sense of clarity. Because you're working with rather large pixels. Also, it's raining. That means gyroids tomorrow. Yeah, that's exciting. Anyone new here? I don't think so. No, that's okay. Let's see if Nook is selling anything interesting in this town. I'm betting not, but, you know, there's always surprises to be found. That is a painting we already have. One of those shirts look particularly good. Yeah. I think today we're only going to be buying flowers from Nook. But at the very least, we get to enjoy the awesome rain music as I write more letters to the museum. Although Pelly can only take 4 letters at once because she has that one that she'll never get rid of. So I guess that last fossil will just forever remain in our inventory. Oh well. Let's see what's at the dump today. Honeybee paper. And a Ponderosa bonsai. But I can write this letter. And that saves us a little bit of inventory space, so we're gonna do it. Oh yeah, cicadas show up in the rain, that's right. I forgot about that. Velma. Do you have anything for me to do today? Preferably not finding bugs, because they're kind of at a low in the middle of the rain. I can find you a pear. I think they're not one of the more common fruits we have in this town, but I know we have them. There they are. Maybe we'll find a coelacanth today. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, let's get this to Velma before she disappears like she likes to do. There's a long-horned beetle. Not worth very much. Not a super common bug either. It's kind of surprising how little they sell for. You figure it's worth less money than selling it at Nook's. That will absolutely not do, Velma. That is... I'm offended that you would think that's a sizable enough reward for my actions. I could have walked one extra screen and made like 50 bells more. Nothing for peaches today. That's okay, though. Maybe Tangy's got something. Something for us to do. She's got nothing, but at least she didn't lie to us today. And that's a plus. It's a tiny fish, which means it won't be a super fish in the pond, where they seem to be more likely to spawn. Are we going to find a coelacanth today? That would be kind of cool. As I face plant into the dirt and mud. You know, if I did find a coelacanth, I'd probably trip and scare us. I think my cat is nibbling on some kibs in the background. There is that fossil. That's a tiny fish. Not seeing any Gulliver today. I don't think Copper said anything was going on yesterday, so maybe we'll check and see if there's any new events coming. It'll turn out to be Wendell or Katrina again. Nope, nothing. You shouldn't be gossiping, Copper. It's unbecoming of a police officer. And also, you should tell me that fantastic things like Crazy Red is coming to town. Or even, like, Gracie, because I still want that one shirt. Do you need anything, Cube? No, you don't. That's okay. Stupid fortune telling. Makes me fall on my face every 10 feet. Like that. Almost on cue. That's a cockroach. Chow, do you need anything done? I'm looking for stuff to do. Glasses from Spike? You got it. Step 1. Get to Spike. Step 2. Ask about glasses. Well, Spike doesn't normally leave this acre, so... shouldn't be a problem. Goldie. I should have known. Alrighty. I'll go find Goldie then. And I saw her earlier, so it shouldn't be hard to find her. Right around here. With a big polka dot umbrella. Alright, we'll go back to where Spike is and talk to Ace, I guess. Sure, why not? Ace, give me the thing that Spike had that he didn't have and now you have. You forgot. Don't act like you didn't. You absolutely forgot. But before we go back, see if we can run into Gulliver down here. Or the coelacanth. That too would be a nice little person to run into because it is the biggest of all the fish that you can get from the ocean. And also sells for the most. But it's also the hardest to catch. So it's kind of a fair trade-off, I guess. Not too dissimilar to, say, the Arapaima. Also, Chow is wearing the same dress Goldie is wearing. That's a fashion faux pas. At least it's not 300 bells. What did we get from Chow? Huh. The clock that looks like a birdhouse. That's too small for any bird to fit in. I see a tiny fish. Tiny fish is not super fish. Where's that fish? Dang it, do you have anything to do now? I shall return these to that strange pink donkey lady. Sure. And she should be right up here next to Velma's, because unlike Velma, who likes to disappear, she just tends to hang out in this 1 acre a lot. Unfortunately, in giving her these clothes, it will erase the outfit she's currently wearing, which I designed myself. But she does look pretty good in that sort of cotton candy pink. And you know, that wasn't very long, so I'll take 200 bells, why not? Get rid of this. Ooh, a high-end stereo in A5? Yeah, I think we gotta go look for that. It's right next to the dump. Or if he buried it in the dump, because I'm pretty sure that despawns things. Or it could just be there. And we actually already have the high-end stereo, but you know what? Never hurts to have another one. In fact, I think it means that we can replace the gold stereo in our basement, because this one sounds better. This. And then you trip right on the edge of the river, and then you fall in, and then you drown. Because Katrina's just mean, cursing you with falling on your face. I would like to send this at Pelly. And you can have this one. And you can have this one. And unfortunately, I have no idea why, but that last letter is just never going to disappear from our inventory. It's just there forever. It's a permanent fixture in this town. It's as much a part of this town as the villagers and the town tune. Just that one completely undeliverable piece of mail. Pierce, do you need something? I think you need something. You don't need anything. That's fine. Cookie! It really does look nice in that dark blue footprint. Perfect job. I can find Ace. I know where he is because he never leaves the acre he's stuck in. Ah. Stupid Katrina making me stupid fall on my stupid face. The whole thing is just dumb. I do like the giant splash you make when you fall into the grass, though. This game is nothing if not detailed for what it is. You don't have it. Oh good, you gave it to one of the many, many, many villagers I can't currently find. Guess we're gonna go look for Camo Frog. No idea where he is, though. As I continue to fall on my face. Because Katrina is just a mean person. Cat lady thing. You know, she is continuing the hurtful stereotype of black cats being unlucky. Because every time I talk to her, I end up falling on my face. Fortune tellers. They're just not worth the effort, is what this game's telling me. It's kind of a big fish. It's probably a catfish, I think. Not the giant one, though, mind you. Just the regular one. Stupid face falling. Ooh, glowy spot. I'll take 1,000 bells. That takes the sting off of falling on my face so many times. At least a little bit. A tall crocoid. But that's not the crocoid we need. As I continue to faceplant into the dirt. I'm already to give up just playing for today because this is not fun at this point. Give me the thing. Alright. Let's go get this back to Cookie. Let's see how many times I fall on my face between now and then. Yeah, we're doing pretty good so far. We're almost there. We haven't fallen once. I can't believe we managed to travel the entire width of the town without falling on our face. That's kind of amazing. This is your picture book. Let's see what furniture we got from our old pal Cookie. A train set. That is some Norman Rockwell stuff right there. I, however, do not care for trains. Not my thing. I do know a couple of people that get like really obsessed over train sets and stuff, but that's just not my thing. So I think we'll probably sell that. Let's see how many bells we get out of all this stuff. Sell this, sell this, sell this, sell this, sell this. This, and also this. And that is another bank deposit. Not too shabby. Let's buy ourselves some flowers. Because this falling on my face crap is already getting old. Okay, we're clearly inside a well-lit room, and yet lightning still affects the lighting. That's interesting, if nothing else. We should take this, and we should take the cosmos. And we should take some more cosmos. And then we'll go plant them in our garden. And then our garden will be better. I mean, we are already done basically a third of it. I think it's pretty reasonable to assume we'll probably be done at least 60% before the year's out. But doing all of it, I think, is kind of unlikely, just by virtue of how few flowers we get and how much space we need to take up in that time. Still, we're going to see into what we can do. And, you know, hopefully it does make tourism a big thing in the town. Because we'll be the town with the best, biggest, most awesome garden ever. And that's gotta draw in some tourists, right? Alright, now we gotta go and deal with Rover. As much as we don't really want to. Because that's just how Rover is. Okay. Rover say the same, like, 2 paragraphs you always say in Let's Get On With Life. Oh, be saving in the transition times. It's unbearable. But at least we're going to a town that has more than 6 villagers now. That's a small victory in some way. It was alright. But please stop talking and just let me go, Rover. Because this is getting frustrating to deal with. Alright, now let's try to get to where we need to go without falling on our face and destroying the flowers. That sounds like a plan. Have some description. I really just want to run through all this, but I know it'll hurt the flowers. Slow and me don't get along too well. Okay, we can plant one here. Let's try and catch that dynastic beetle before we scare it away by falling on our face. I wonder if that sneaking motion like this is prone to tripping. I genuinely do not know. And plant that there. Getting close to finishing this acre off. Still a ways to go, but we're getting there. And then we'll be done about a third of the town or so. That's pretty exciting. Alrighty. That's a tiny fish. We don't need tiny fish. We need super big fish. We shall go once again to our old pal, the post office, to make another deposit. Because we can now. There's a cockroach. We don't need to pick that up. Nothing over here. Ooh, saw stack. Yes, please. Oh, for a minute I thought we didn't have enough for the deposit, but we did. Just didn't calculate the money in my pocket. There we go. It's kind of a weird system that half the calculators calculate the total amount of money you have, while others just don't. Nonetheless, I didn't mean to see you a second time today, but I'm not complaining. And we're at 4 million bells. I think we still need 1 million left until we get the next prize, but you know what? We are on our way. At a decent clip. And if nothing else, that is very exciting. Not seeing any fish around here. Not going really big fish. There's one though. It's a tiny fish, and that's a cockroach. We don't need that. Yeah, so if I continue, I'm just going to trip on my face a lot, and that's going to be frustrating. So I think I will call it here tonight. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, follow the stream to know when we go live, because we do this every night, as well as weekly Pokemon streams and other stuff when I have the time. Ideally, I've got plans for something kind of big tomorrow. That'll be fun. I'm really excited, because I've been sitting on this one game for over a week now. I really want to play it. You might also want to check out my YouTube channel, because it has over 1,000 videos waiting just for you, and not just Animal Crossing, but tons of crazy games most people have never heard of. because I import a lot of weird stuff, and it's just fun to explore the crazy world of imports and rare games that no one's ever really heard of. And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon. Support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability, which in this case is make over 100,000 bells in about half an hour. Not too bad. Plus, you'll get yourself on the Discord where we can talk about awesome things like being one step closer to the almighty piggy bank, where we can slowly deposit our bells one single bell at a time. Awesome prize. As well as tomorrow being the spawn date of a new fish we can put in our catalog, bringing us one step closer to the golden fishing rod. It's all very exciting, as my cat meows in the background to be let out. So I will let him out, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace out, Internet.